Hello and welcome to another episode of Board of Advisors podcast. I'm your host, Leo Climaco. We are here at the Q1 Board of Advisors Summit in beautiful Dallas, Texas, Ritz Carlton. My guest today is former basketball star, Rashad Jones-Jennings. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good, man. So happy to have you here.
Good to be here, man.
Tell me, what brought you to BA, Rashad?
Oh man, what brought me to BA? So relationships. I'm in a couple of other masterminds, and one of my guys joined this. He was here for about 2 months, and he's like, "Yo, you got to get over here." So I didn't even do no research. I just took his word for it, and I was like, "Yo, let's do it."
If he tells me it's good, it's good. Let's go. I love that.
Because we done been in some that hasn't been good. So it's like I trust his judgment.
So it's your first time here. This is day 4.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
Man, I love it. So one, I love Mike's personality.
Mike's awesome.
Yeah, I love his personality. Like last night, I'm new here, right? So last night when I got to the reception, I was kind of sitting by myself. So Mike was like, "Man, I saw you sitting over here." So he came and talked to me. It was just like welcoming, what I'm saying? It was like, okay, I rock with him, you know what I'm saying? So it's like little stuff like that. And then the things that we're talking about too. So I'm a real estate guy, but you also have AI experts. You have it's different types of CEOs, fund managers, attorneys. It's just a whole different gamut. Here, so you can really put together your entire business system in this room.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
I love BA. I think it's incredibly awesome how they cater to everyone, right? Mm-hmm. They find what you want and what you're looking for, and they pair you with the ideal person.
Right.
I've never been part of another organization that cares so much to make sure that you succeed.
Yeah, and another thing too, to answer your question, they go above and beyond matching you with people you need or people that need you. It's like, it's not necessarily saying it's a bad thing that it would be all on you, but it's not all on you because they've been here, so they know what you need. They've read your bio. They know what you're looking for. Like when I presented yesterday, they was like, I think one of the questions was, "What do you need?" Mm-hmm. And you get to say what you need, and people come and help. So I love that.
It's incredible. Let's go into a real estate. Mm-hmm. What do you do exactly? How long have you been in that realm? What within a real estate do you actually do?
So I'm a real estate developer. What I do is I go in and revitalize dilapidated communities. So communities that's
incredible.
Of course, and it's good too. So it's not only do we do the projects. So I went and bought up about 40 acres in my neighborhood that I grew up in. It hasn't been any significant investment in the last 60 years in that side of town.
Wow.
And that's with private developers and city investments, with the infrastructure. So bought 40 acres on one street, got everything entitled, increased the density, kept the prices under $300,000. The average sales price in the city of Chattanooga currently is $350,000. So we're playing in the market where it's the largest buyer pool, and we're keeping it attainable. And without a lot of programs, we haven't had any programs because I'm a believer that you should be able to build an affordable home without a government program. And that hasn't been the case. So what I decided to do was make my houses smaller, make them more efficient, get better deals on my materials and things like that. And on the other side of that, so that's the development side. Another part of that is I document my process. So we have youth developer scholarship programs where we teach the youth all the different facets of real estate that they can be in and business. Because when I was young, I didn't know that you could be a real estate developer. You didn't see that. Yeah. You didn't see realtors. It wasn't nothing to sell. It's the government housing projects. We didn't see that type of stuff. So it was like, man, what if 12-year-old me was walking out the house and I was seeing other things than everybody in survival mode? Because when you're in survival mode, you don't dream. No. Only thing you think about is how can I get through the day, the week, the month, the bills.
What am I going to eat?
Yes. So when you're in survival mode, you don't dream. So it's like, I want to be that vessel to where you can be me. I'm out there, I'm present, I'm on the front lines. I came from where you came from. I was faced with the same things that you're being faced with in that environment, but you can make it out. You just got to have discernment. You got to be your own man or woman and, not give in to peer pressure.
What drives you? What made you want to do this?
I just always had a strong mindset, and also too, like I said, I wanted to do I wanted to be what I needed growing up. So
That's deep.
A lot of people a lot of people get money and leave, but I'm the type I want to get it and bring it back, kind of like how Robin Hood did, and like educate people along the way. So it's not just, hey, watch me build this. We have on-site visits, so we teach them what we're doing. Home buyer seminars, teaching them how to purchase homes. That comes from the realtor side of me, because I started out in real estate as a realtor. So just educating people on how to purchase homes, because a lot of times it's misinformation.
Yeah.
They think that buying a home is actually probably easier than getting a lease. It's the same paperwork. It's not that much different, but it's a lot of misinformation. So that's why we have the home buyer seminars, kind of teach them that.
That's incredible. How many homes have you actually developed?
About 60 homes to date. Yeah. So I did a community of 29. And then I was building single houses.
So you got
as well.
60 families that are able to live and own their own home because of you today. That's incredible. How does that feel?
It feels great. It feels great. And even when I was flipping houses, I would take a house that was dilapidated and bring it back to life and put families in those houses. And when I was a realtor, I put hundreds of families in houses as a realtor.
Wow.
So it's just been a steady progress and steady climb.
That's awesome.
And we got about 250 homes on the schedule. So next year when we do this, well, not next year, probably in about 24 months when we do this podcast, I'll say 360 homes.
That's incredible. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. How can BA help you?
Oh, man. So one is, of course, relationships.
Yeah.
And for me, the way my business is structured, I've already purchased all the land. I've already entitled all the land. The last piece to the puzzle for me is capital. So I'm either looking for a capital partner or capital raisers, because as an athlete, we deal with specialists.
Yeah.
You got 3-point specialists. You got floor leaders, floor generals.
Yep.
I was a rebound specialist. So your rebound specialist is not your point guard too.
No.
So if we transfer that
unless you're Jokic.
Right, yeah. Yeah. So it's like, that's a good one. But in real estate, it's like I don't want to be the developer and the capital raiser.
Yeah.
Like I want to focus. If I'm laser focused on development, we're running more efficiently. It's a well-oiled machine. And I know that my capital raiser is a specialist. He's making sure we got the lifeblood of the business, which is capital, that coming in. And it's like a well-oiled machine. So that's what I'm looking for in BA. Right.
Basically getting that specialist in that field to join your team to grow.
Correct.
That's great, man. That's great. Where do you think this will be in the next 5 years? You told me in 24 months, you're going to have over 364 homes built.
Yeah.
Where do you see it in 5 years?
So in 5 years, that's the thing. It's not about me. In 5 years, leading up to the 5 years, we want to create a ripple effect. We want to inspire other people, other developers, other athletes to do this in their communities.
That's great.
I'm revitalizing the community I grew up in. Just imagine if I inspire 50 people to revitalize the neighborhoods they grew up in, and they inspire 50 people, and so forth and so on, creating that ripple effect. So it's bigger than just what I'm doing. That's why I say it's not just a project. I'm on a mission, because I know when I'm successful, I can inspire other people to be successful, and we could create that ripple effect.
You have a YouTube channel?
Yes, I do. It's called at Shazilla. So I'm approaching about 1,000 videos on YouTube. I've always documented my process. So if you went on my YouTube channel, you'll see me from when I was a realtor, when I did my first flip, because I'll tell you a quick story. When I was a realtor, I worked with a lot of investors, and I was at the closing table. I'm like, man, I pretty much did everything but wire the money.
Right.
So because the investor is leaning on my knowledge, and I tell a lot of realtors, I'm like, man, you know everything about the market, but you don't own anything in it. So it was this one particular deal. I used to drive for dollars every weekend, and I would get off on the exit. I would drive down the corridor, east to west, taking notes. And then
wholesaling.
I wasn't wholesale. I was trying to I was a realtor.
Got it.
So I was trying to list the property. So that was my thinking process.
Got it. So you used the wholesaling method. Got it.
Yeah. So see if they want to list the property, because that's how I came in the game.
Got it. Smart.
So one day I got a call from a guy. He said, if you could sell it, do your thing. I done got older. I can't get down to Atlanta anymore. And I got a sign. I put it out. I got an investor. So long story short, the investor ended up buying the building. He got it owner finance, so he only had to put $50,000 down. He paid $600K for the building. The building was worth $1 million.
Wow.
Because the guy wasn't raising the rents. He wasn't even collecting the rents. He was just old, and the money just didn't matter to him. So when I came to approach him to sell it, he said, "If you could sell it." But he didn't even want the money, so because he didn't want capital gains tax. So that's why I was owner finance, $50,000 down. And he did like a slow drip.
Got it.
But when I'm at the closing table, I'm looking at the settlement statement, because I made, as a realtor, I got a $40,000 commission on that deal. Okay. Because there was no other realtors involved, because it was off market.
Right.
So I'm like, man, I made $40,000. If I would have came up with another $10,000, I could have bought this building. And now I got $300K in equity. I got the building. I got the cash flow. Saw it. Yeah. So I'm like, man. And I told myself, I made a promise to myself when I was walking out the title company. I said, from here on out, I'm the buyer. And I switched my mindset. And that's when the next listing I got, I bought it and I flipped it. And I just been on the investing side ever since.
Wow, what a light bulb moment.
Yeah.
When you realize that, wait, no. I'm better at the other side of the table.
Because I was doing everything but wiring the money. And then it clicked in my head. I was like, your commission is your down payment. So I started using my commission as an ally. If I'm in a multiple offer situation, I'll give up my commission. I've done that before. I had a deal where I was going into a meeting at 10 a.m. and I got a call from one of my business partners. She had the Redfin app, so when those deals come up. Yep. So I was like, man, I got to go in this meeting. So I called the guy. I said, I'm gonna be a little late. I got to write this offer, and I made the offer. I prided myself on knowing the numbers, because I can look at the pictures and see, but they didn't have no showings until 4:00. So sight unseen, I made them an offer. I think they asking 110, I offered 115. I gave up my commission to the seller, and I gave them an hour to decide. Wow. While I'm in the meeting, they gave me a call telling me they accepted my offer. And we made about $150K on that deal. Wow. And I say this was within 15 minutes, because as soon as we got that alert, I wrote the offer in the car. I gave them an hour to respond. I went into my meeting. While I was in the meeting, they accepted the offer. And like I said, they said no showings until 4:00. So when 4:00 come, everybody's going to view the property. We already got it under contract. They don't even know it yet. And like I said, man, knowing the numbers is key, because
that's crazy.
If you don't know the numbers, you can't act as fast as I was acting. So that's why I say master the fundamentals and break the rules, which is deal underwriting. If you know how to spot a deal, you can go find every other piece you need to make the deal work.
How did you wrap this whole thing around your head? How did you come to the understanding of making these calculations so fast?
Well, I used to always do what you call that? It's deal underwriting. Then you have
comps?
Yeah, running comps. That's it. So I always ran comps for my clients, for my listing, for my sellers and my buyers. Yeah. And I had a mindset shift. I'm like, running comps is just for someone else. Deal underwriting is looking at the deal for myself. So I had always been good with the numbers. I had always been good with knowing what it appraised for. And that, I give credit to that, is learning real estate on a base level as a realtor. Because what real estate school teaches you, it don't teach you how to make money. It don't teach you how to survive as a realtor, but it teaches you contracts. It teaches you real estate law. Yeah. And it teaches you comparables. So with those three skills, deal underwriting was, once I learned what materials cost, and I forced myself to learn what materials cost. I used to go to Home Depot and Lowe's on the weekends, and I would go in each department and ask questions. I would go in the flooring department. Okay, so now I know what flooring costs, anywhere from $2 to $3 on the high end. I would go into the appliances. Now I know what appliance packages cost. I know what drywall costs. And then you do that so much, I could pretty much tell what the renovation is going to be.
I understand.
So
Based
so
on
that's
the prices.
And like I said, like now I'm looking for certain metrics. I could do a deal in my head. I can underwrite a deal in my head. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so we're not spinning our wheels. I know if it's a deal or not within 5 minutes.
That's incredible. Is there anything you learned during basketball that you were able to transfer into real estate?
Oh yeah, so I call those transferable skills. And for the first 2 years, I was lost trying to find myself because I'm like, man, I know it's something that I can translate into business.
Right.
But what I realized was it took me 2 years and I've realized I was like, it's my mindset. What made me a great rebounder was my mindset. I wasn't the most athletic. I didn't jump the highest. I wasn't the fastest. But I wanted it the most. And what I did was no matter if we was in practice, preseason, or in a game, I played the same way. If you saw me in preseason, I'm diving on the floor just like I would dive on the floor in the game. There's no on and off switch. So I don't have to think about it. So the same way if I am in practice, my teammates know if it's a rebound, get out my way because I'm not thinking about it. There's no gray area.
Right.
You'll never have a situation where a ball bounces like, oh, I thought you got it. I thought you.
Yeah. No, it's mine.
It's mine. Everybody else get out the way. So, and that transferred into business. Like, I'm going to wake up earlier. I'm going to stay later on these little ancillary holidays. I'm in the office. I'm not looking for a reason to take off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing what I created. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm not doing what I have to do. Like, if you ever in Atlanta, you come to my office is like my man cave. I mean, I got an office in there. My podcast studio is in there. My boxing bag and workout gym is in there. I got a lounge in there. I got it's just, I made it so when I'm doing these long hours, it doesn't feel like work, so.
You're in a comfortable environment.
Yeah, I created my environment.
How long did you play basketball?
I played 8 years. And if I knew what I know now, I only would have played 5. Because I was playing injured because that was all I knew at the time.
Where'd you play?
I had a short stop with us. I had 2 stints with the Sixers in 07 and 09. And then I played in Europe.
I remember that.
I played in Europe. I played in Asia, South America, and I was playing like year round too. So I'll do like an 8-month season in Europe, and then I'll go to Latin America for about 8 weeks in the summer.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of playing. Where in South America?
Dominican Republic, Mexico,
Wow.
Chile, Argentina. I was all over the place.
Tell me the culture of basketball internationally versus here in the U.S.
Oh man, well, I think they're more fundamentally sound. The fans are insane, insanely good in a good way.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about they got fire in the stands. They playing the drums. Like you got to think, the NBA is the NBA in the States, but when I'm in Chile or when I'm in, that's their NBA.
Right.
And they have their own stars.
Right.
And it's like, like basketball is global.
Yeah.
Like this is not like the 80s or 90s.
Right.
Where people trying to catch up. Like people, they watch the same videos. They do the same training we do. So it's not really a drop off. And if you look at the top stars in the NBA right now, they're all international players.
That's true.
Giannis, Jokic.
Yep.
Wemby. SGA. He's
SGA is Canadian, yeah.
Man, those like the top players. Luka. The top players are international, yeah. So it's not like it's a big gap. Like usually when we went to the Olympics, we smacking everybody. Mm-hmm. But now it's like you don't know.
That last one was hard.
Yeah, you play
Curry
Spain.
had to go nuclear for us to win that Olympic.
You play some of these teams like Spain or France, like you don't have to really come with it because that's their Super Bowl. Playing against the USA.
Yes.
And, so now it's like, idols become rivals.
Did you ever play in Serbia?
No, I had training camp in Serbia. So I
Serbia's crazy.
Yeah. That's what they have the fire and stuff at.
Yes.
So this is the thing. I was playing in Dubai. We had training camp in Serbia for a month. And we would go to the Serbian games, like as a team outing.
Yeah.
And man, when I tell you it's crazy, like they really have fire in the stands. Like fireworks is like, it was insane.
That's crazy.
I would have loved to play in that atmosphere.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that ring.
Mm-hmm. Man, this ring right here, man, I led the nation in rebounding. And this means a lot to me because I didn't have the easiest road. people will see this ring and you'll automatically assume, okay, he was the man all his life. But I had to grind to get here. I was cut twice in middle school. Like I got cut in middle school. Like everybody make the middle school team. You know, I took stats for the junior varsity in the 9th grade. I didn't play varsity. I didn't start varsity to the 11th grade, 11th and 12th grade. And I had no scholarship offers out of high school. I played intramurals my freshman year. They saw me they discovered me. A guy discovered me playing in the YMCA. Man, I had 12 gold teeth. Really? I had a Scully on. It looked like I just got out the pen. And he was like, man, where you going? Where you going to play at? And I said, I'm going back. I was going back to Tennessee State to try to walk on again after playing in the murals. And he said, man, you should come over here to junior college and play with us, and coach might like you. So I did that all summer. Coach pulled me into the office. He allowed me to walk on. By the second game of the season, I was starting.
Okay.
And so in another part of that, I was sleeping on the floor in the apartments because I didn't have a way to get to school.
Wow.
But once my Pell Grant came, I was able to get a car and stuff like that. But, I always had discernment. I was like, man, look, I don't want to mess this up. I got an opportunity. And another thing, so I went to school on the academic scholarship. I was always smart. I had to work to be good in athletics. So my academic scholarship got me in the door. And like I said, I didn't have a steady way.
It's usually the opposite with athletes.
Exactly.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. So I was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna get to school. So I ended up being a junior college All-American. And that led me to Arkansas Little Rock. And I led the nation in rebounding, broke a record for 30 rebounds in the game. Still have 7 records holding there, and I only played 2 years. I got records in 2 years based on 4-year span. So we got a lot of work done in 2 years.
That's incredible. I can tell, man, that you are tough, determined, driven. What's your message to an entrepreneur that's just starting out, that doesn't see the light at the end of the tunnel?
Man, first off, I would say read Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. Man, when I read that book, it changed my perspective because it was a point in time in my business where I was about to go out of business every other week.
That's that Nike book, right?
Yeah. It's called Shoe Dog. And once I read what Phil Knight went through, it was like, oh man, it's just a part of the game. You just got to survive in advance, like Jimmy V said, Jim Valvano.
Yep.
And I was like, man, you know what? It put it in perspective. Like, I'm not the only one going through this. So then it was just like, how do I get out of this? How do I, move forward? So I would say, man, don't give up. Take it one day at a time, and definitely read that book, Shoe Dog, because then you'll know that you're not the only one going through this. This is just a part of the game. And whatever you're going through, keep going, because that just may be the best chapter in the book.
Rashad, incredible, man. Where can everybody find you? Where can they learn more if they want to invest and support you on your real estate journey? What's your website, your social media, whatever you want to share? So you can find me on social media. My LinkedIn is Rashad Jones-Jennings. My Instagram is @postpro_Shadzilla. You can also send me an email at postprogroup@gmail.com if you're interested in investing, and we'll get right back to you. So come on a winning team, man. Come invest with a proven winner. Rashad, incredible, man. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Thank you for being a role model for your community and for other people, and showing them that you can come out and rechange your community and how everyone sees it. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you having me.
Thank you.
All right, bro. Appreciate it.
All righty. That was another incredible podcast at Board of Advisors Podcast. Please make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, follow us on all of our social medias. And remember, when you're in the room, anything's possible.